HJ47, this one's a 10th month, 1984, so only a couple months left of the 40 series. This one's right at the end, and just look at it. I bet you she tells a few stories in its day. I don't actually know too much about its history apart from Zeff owns it now, and Zeff's only owned it for a couple of months. He found it here in Yandina, southeast Queensland, the sunny coast, and the previous owner said that he believes it started life in New South Wales. That's all we know. So there's been a few changes. Now Zeff purchased this one because it has a 12 HT and a 5-speed. That was the attraction for him. But again, he's only had it a couple of months and it's already in Mr. Landcruiser. And we've just done the power steer and quickly thrown some suspension under the front. Now he's breaking it up. The front was pretty sagging, and that is, I'll tell you straight away, that's why the different tyres, it was sagging that bad. But Zeff does have a correct set of matching wheels and tyres to go on it, so that was just, he wheeled it in here. He's got a big list of things he want to do. While we were doing the power steer, we also found some rust in the cross member and up the front there, so I think that's the next job for us, and also finish the suspension. But that's this visit was the power steer to go with that 12 HT. Now let's go around the outside of this vehicle. It does have a fiberglass roof. Otherwise, she's looking pretty original to me. Still got a few rust spots, and you see someone's treated it and put some lanolin or fish oil in all the spots just to slow it down a little bit, and hopefully give Zeff some time to, he's going to do a few upgrades, take the body later. Up the front, a Thomas winch, and that is a PTO driven winch, still all fully functional there. It's all connected, so you don't see as many anymore. It's pretty damn cool, the old PTOs, supporting the factory bumper bar. We'll move on to the back. Nothing else up the front, but I'm looking for the comments. Aid, would you think we should put a Mr. Landcruiser supplied highway visor next visit, I'd say, and really set it off, maybe some firelights up the front. As I say, the dog box, the rooftop tent, we're already there, but if I just pop this open, there we go. Inside, a double door on either side, but on the other side we have the power plant and a fire extinguisher. It's funny, it's got no floor and it goes straight to the tray. I guess that one's an easy one to hose out for the big trips. He's also got some work lights on the doors there just to help at night. The only other thing back there is the double toolbox on either side, just to carry spare bits and bobs. That's it. That is the exterior of this vehicle. I reckon we go and check out the 12 HT. The 12 HT, geez, they sound beautiful in a 40 with the right exhaust system. Listen to this. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I've got one in my 60, same story. I think it's 3-inch straight through, and it makes a nice little rumble. Now this one, look at that. That's an air compressor. Yes, in the cab is aircon. So again, for Zeff to purchase something, yeah, it does need a little bit of tidying and some work, but what a canvas. He's got the 12 HT, the 5-speed, the disc brakes, the aircon, and now thank you very much, Mr. Landcruiser, he's got the power steer. I'm not going to say much else under here. It's all plumbed in nicely, but I'm sure future plans, we haven't even talked about it, but most people lose the pod filters. It's not ideal for a four-wheel drive, and I don't think Zeff wants this as a drifter on the track, so I dare say when we get our hands on it again in the future, we'll change the way that the air cleaner is set up and the way she takes air in. Maybe it needs a big fat stainless snorkel. There's the go. Otherwise, that's it in here. Wires all pretty tidy. Everything's pretty nice. Only thing is, I wish it was mine. Yes, it's a 47. Pretty standard in here, actually. Nothing really has been tampered with. It's, you can tell, 1984. It's got the tacho, the center dash with clock and what have you. and also attached, I said out there, it's got aircon. That is the knee freezer, and I actually run one of the knee freezers. People say they're better in the center. I'm sure they are, but at least with these older ones, you've got vents on either side, so you can point them at the driver, and I do that. And that little handle down there, yep, that is for your Thomas PTO winch. Now, one thing while I'm down here on the floor, if we take a closer look at the handbrake setup, when we do the 5-speed, it takes a little bit extra work, but we actually reshape the transfer stick, because if you don't, you can see here, it is the handbrake and the stick just interfere with each other, and it's a little bit difficult to use the handbrake as well. Push the button in while that's sitting there. So that's something, if you're taking on the 5-speed at home, some people relocate the handbrake handle. You don't have to go to all that hoo-ha, leave it where it is. Just reshape the stick a little bit so it leans forward, and then handbrake's fine. I'm also sitting on things dribbling. We've had a lot of rain here in southeast Queensland, so not every weather strip on this one is watertight. I'm getting wet in here. I'm sitting on reupholstered seats. These are bloody lovely. Someone's done a really nice job, and they're the genuine seat, but they've all been reupholstered, so it's come up really nice. I've said earlier it's got a fiberglass roof, so it doesn't have a hood lining in here. Zeff's got a nice, interior's nice and plain. I'm sure he'll add some stuff. I'll be whacking a pyro gauge in here and a boost gauge, just something that us turbo people like, but otherwise you can pretty much leave it how it is or fully deck this bad boy out. That's it, very short and sweet, this walk around. I guess there's a lot to come in the future, and Zeff's let Mr. Landcruiser know that he wants us part of it, so maybe in a few years' time we'll do another one and we'll watch it all unfold. But it's been a pleasure meeting Zeff. His future plans is just to tidy it up and use it. Again, he bought this because it's got a 12HT in it. If you've driven a 2H turbo and you've driven a 12HT, you notice no matter how much you turbo a 2H, it's still not a 12HT. So well done, Zeff. You've got a fine specimen, and this is a 1984 HJ47.